Love Island Australia 2022 is finally back and God, how I've missed it. From the impeccable drama to the pithy commentary from Eoghan McDermott, delivered with a charming Irish lilt, of course, it's simply a show that never misses. As far as first episodes go, the one we saw on Monday delivered bite-sized chunks of everything we expect to see from Love Island Australia. There was a big ol' mullet, nonsensical dancing in those weird introductory montages the producers force the contestants to do, and one girl reckons she's rooted more than 10 AFL players. There was also a shock ending that bamboozled all of us. It was, as a chef would say, umami. And the folks of Twitter agreed with me, taking to Elon Musk's bastard digital child to share their thoughts and feelings about the season premiere of Love Island Australia 2022. As we already know, the season was filmed in Majorca, Spain, the same place Love Island UK is filmed. As some eagle-eyed fans spotted, it looked like the Australian producers decided to use the UK version's Casa Amor as the main villa. The Spanish architectural version of Freaky Friday, if you will. I don't know about you, but one of my absolute favorite things about Love Island is the camaraderie one builds by live tweeting the show. You don't even want to know about the hoops I jumped through to stream Season 8 of the UK version so I could watch it at the same time as everyone in England and get involved on Twitter. However, in a bizarre twist of broadcasting fate, 9 will only be airing the show via 9 Now. The episodes are set to hit your laptop screens at 6 p.m. every day from Monday to Thursday, which is great if you're fanging for a Love Island Australia fix before dinner, but not that amazing if you want to live tweet the show. Unsurprisingly, the nosy Nellies of Twitter were a bit devo about this. We met our guys and girls and TBH, folks didn't seem to care that much. I cared and have already begun psychoanalyzing each and every contestant, one of my favorite pastimes. But this article is not about me. It's about what the internet thought, and they were not overly concerned about the cringe things the contestants said and did as they introduced themselves to us. For example, when Sydney personal trainer Mitchell Elliott briefly did the worm and described himself as the nicest fuck boy in the world, who fucks girls over on accident. Happens to the best of us, really. In saying that, one person did seem slightly disappointed by the smorgasbord of man-meat Love Island Australia 2022 served up, comparing the Aussie fellas to the blokes we saw on Love Island UK Season 8. Points were made. I know I would commit state and federal crimes for the chance to speak to Jay Younger for just 5 minutes. Our sexy singles coupled up. Mitchell, aka Fuckboy Worm, chose Sydney fashion student Phoebe Spiller, who said she's hooked up with more than 10 AFL players. Absolutely love that for her. She's out there living my dream. Perth mental health support worker Andre Cochino, who rated himself an 8.73 recurring out of 10, picked Adelaide medical secretary and Italian icon Claudia Bonifazio. Sydney real estate agent Connor Howard, who said if he could describe himself in property terms, he'd be a 5-bedroom waterfront north-facing property in the heart of Sydney, picked Melbourne dancer Layla John. Mulleted Gold Coast electrician Jordan Dowsett stole Claudia from Andre, and then Sydney spray painter and semi-professional soccer player Austin Bagaya picked Layla. This meant Andre and Connor both got to pick another girl. Andre chose Brisbane radio media coordinator Stella Hutchian and Connor picked Sydney bank worker and proud gamer girl Jessica Lizardo. This meant poor Holly Oakes Ferguson, a customer service officer from Brisbane who was giving Major Bob goals, was single. Connor did not waste any fucking time and went straight for a pash with Jessica. They were literally talking about siblings when he laid one on her mid-convo, which is an extremely normal thing to do with someone you've known for 30 minutes max. Twitter thought he was exhibiting red flag behavior. I am inclined to agree. The bloke doubled down on his ick behavior at night, when the Islanders played a saucy game of truth or dare. Connor copped a dare to kiss his favorite islander and did not pass Jessica, who he's coupled with, but Claudia. As the girls on Dairy Girls would say, it was bad crack, especially after he was all over Jessica earlier that day. Jessica pulled Connor aside and the pair headed to that day bed, the girls who get it, etc., to explain why she was taken aback by the smooch, and also warn him that she was there to meet someone and didn't want him to lead her on. Connor responded by telling Jessica she was being a bit of a baby and he loved it and it was turning him on, and he wanted to keep her smiling. He also said he wasn't interested in any other islanders and smooching Claudia actually brought him closer to Jessica. Obviously, Twitter had some thoughts on this behavior. Arguably the pièce de résistance of the show was the ending, when the islanders were called to the fire pit immediately. For Love Island Australia, that's basically the equivalent of the robot in Lost in Space saying, "Danger, Will Robinson." It was at the fire pit we learned there would be a recoupling and single gal Holly had the power to break up a couple by stealing a bow. She picked Jordan, which was mildly devastating because he seemed to be getting on beautifully with Claudia. Claudia then received a text alerting her that she had to pack her bags and leave the island immediately. The poor girl was single for less than 5 minutes and got booted from the fucking villa. Cutthroat. Folks on Twitter lost their collective minds at how muggy this move from the producers was. Shit well and truly hit the fan. And that's that. Episode 1 of Love Island Australia 2022 is done and dusted. As Twitter user Bella so eloquently said, "Wow, that episode has already got me rattled. Can't bloody wait to see what the rest of the season has in store." If you're fanging to give Love Island Australia a watch, head to 9 now. Image, 9, Love Island Australia Twitter, @MCFCBella.